Right, I only got about 4 hours sleep last night and not feeling great, but got to get a workout in anyway. So I thought it'd be worth showing you how to get through a whole deadlift workout in hopefully about 20 minutes. Starting from right now, walking in the gym. So I'm just switching shoes because I don't like deadlifting in shoes with squishy soles or too much of a raised heel because it's not good for feeling connected to the floor, dissipates some of the force when you're pulling, and it can tip you forwards as well. So a quick shoe change and then we'll get straight into the actual workout itself. I'm not going to add anything to it. I'll show you everything. This is how to get things done fast when you're busy. This isn't my heavy deadlift day. I'm doing stiff leg deadlifts off a 2-inch block to make a lightweight, work a bit harder for myself and also focus a bit more on hamstring hypertrophy. Dog out of the way. Get off that bench. Hey, go on, move it. On the bench, go on. Ava, get off. Go on. Right, so 60. Just go straight on up to 100. Using the jack to make it a bit easier. That's it, the rest is just time it takes to load the bar and so on up to my working weight today, which should be about 197.5 I think. Next one. Dog wants to sit on the bench because it's comfy. I'll have to show you down the bench in a second. Right, 140. Pop the belt on now. Not because it's heavy, just to get used to how it's going to feel when I get to heavier sets. Just have my lunch as well. Sometimes you put the belt on with a full belly. It's a bit annoying. Right, 140. Almost done with warm-ups. Warm up, 180. of chalk. It's going to get ripped skin. Warm-up's done. Just get my breath back and we'll start. So what was that? 7 minutes total. It warmed up so far, nice and quick. So we'll go 197.5. What are you up to? 197.5 and then sets of 6. I'm not fighting. And as many sets as I could do in 14 minutes. Oi! Shut up. Normally the dog gets a little bit of a wrestle between sets, but it's not time at the moment. Got weights to lift. Right, 190, 195, collars 2.5. Right, we'll go in a second. So what are we on? 9 minutes in. So we'll start the countdown for the work sets from now. 14 minutes. See how many I can get done. If I'm feeling strong, might do 5 sets. If I'm weak, I won't do as many. I'll get them next time instead. Right, no straps. Just chalk's fine at the moment. Might put straps on later. See how we do. Forgot the bar speed tracker that's indoors charging, but I'll just gauge it off how the reps feel. Don't get on there. Get on the other one. Not horrible, but not great either. Definitely a little bit fatigued compared to the last time I did it. Anyway, better to get a workout in than get out of the habit of training, get into a slump. So I haven't had a coffee or anything like that, because that masks how you're really feeling. It's better to just accept what it is on the day and get your work done. Right, let's read a couple of Psalms, do another set. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable things. There is none who does good. The Lord looks down from heaven upon men to see if there be one who is wise and seeks God. All have gone astray together. All are perverted. There is none who does good, not even one. Will not all evildoers come to their senses, who devour my people as they eat bread? They did not call upon the Lord. They shall then tremble with fear, for God is with the just generation. You would confuse the counsel of the afflicted, but the Lord is his refuge. O may the deliverance of Israel come from Zion. When the Lord shall restore the fortunes of his people, Jacob shall be joyful, Israel shall rejoice. Good thought for a Monday. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. Alright, we've got time for one more. O Lord, who may be a guest in thy tabernacle? Who may dwell upon thy holy mountain? He who lives blamelessly and practices justice and thinks truthfully in his heart and has no slander on his tongue, who does no evil to his fellow, nor casts slurs upon his neighbour, who holds the sinner in disdain, but honours those who fear the Lord, who, even if he swears to his own injury, retracts not, who puts not out his money for usury, nor takes bribes against the innocent. Whoever does these things shall never waver. Love of God and love of neighbour go together. And usury's bad, kids. It's not talked about enough. Big factor in the decline of the West, for sure. Live by usury, die by it. Right, let's go. Set 2. Breath's not quite back yet, but be fine. 6 minutes in. Probably get 4 sets. Didn't feel too bad. Similar to the first one. I can just tell that I'm tired because I won't be doing it. Don't feel lifting weights today. But these are the ones that count. Because if you stack up enough of these sessions, then you end up with a good one eventually. And you can't just train when you feel like it. Otherwise, you very rarely train. That's why people are always waiting for the perfect moment. They don't end up strong. It's like Tyson said, discipline is doing what you hate to do, like you love it. Look, the dog knows I'm sad. I'm getting a bicep massage. Alright, let's get through a couple of Psalms. You don't need to hit PRs every time you come in the gym. It doesn't matter what you feel like. Just like if you're not saying your prayers because you don't feel like it, that's no good. You've got to get the reps in anyway. Hear, O Lord, my just plea. Hearken to my cry. Listen to my prayer from lips without deceit. Let my sentence proceed from thee. Thy eyes see what is right. If thou test my heart, if thou examine it in the night, if thou prove me with fire, thou wilt find no wickedness in me. My mouth has not sinned after the manner of men. According to the words of thy lips, I have kept the ways of the Lord. My steps have held fast to thy paths. My feet have not slipped. I call upon thee, for thou wilt answer me. O God, incline thy ear to me, hear my utterance. Show thy wonderful goodness, thou who savest from their foes those who take refuge at thy right hand. Guard me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked who use violence against me. My enemies surround me with fury. You're not getting up. They shut up their unfeeling heart. With their mouth they speak arrogantly. Now their steps surround me. They watch intently to throw me to the ground. Like a lion eager for prey, and a young lion that lurks in ambush. Arise, O Lord, confront him, cast him down. Save my life from the wicked with thy sword. With thy hand, O Lord, from men. From men who have their reward in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy treasures, whose sons are glutted, and they leave their inheritance to their children. But as for me, in justice I shall behold thy face. When I awake, I shall be satisfied with the vision of thee. Success in life is not determined by success in this life. Good point to bear in mind. Alright, let's get set 3. What are we on now? 10 minutes in. Might have time for a 4th set, might not. It's going to be tight. Slow today. Oi, get off of that. Oi, get off. Come on, off. Off, come on. Don't get up there. Come on. Go on the other bench. Right, 3 sets in. Been going for what, 12 minutes. I might do another one in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but it might be smarter just to leave it. I'm obviously pretty tired of. It's going to be a challenge to get in 4, whereas normally I try and do 5 if I was feeling rested. Anyway, let's see. We'll read another psalm, see how we feel. Maybe get a 4th set, but in general, we just want to get a stimulus and then get out. There's no need to push things too hard. It's about lots of small efforts added up over the long term. I love thee, O Lord, my strength, O Lord, my rock, my fortress, my deliverer, my God, my rock of refuge, my shield, the strength of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord, most praiseworthy, and I will be safe from my foes. The waves of destruction engulfed me, and the torrents of iniquity terrified me. The bonds of hell surrounded me, the snares of death enmeshed me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and unto my God I cried out. And from his temple he heard my voice, and my cry came to his ears. The earth shook and trembled, the foundations of the mountains quaked and rocked, because he was burning with rage. Smoke rose from his nostrils, and from his mouth a devouring fire. Firebrands were enkindled by him. He lowered the heavens and came down, and a dark cloud was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub, but he flew, and he soared on the wings of the wind. He put on darkness as a veil, dark waters and dense clouds as his covering. Because of the brightness of his face, burning coals were kindled. And the Lord thundered from heaven, and the Most High gave forth his voice. And he sent forth his arrows and scattered them, much lightning, and routed them. Then the depths of the sea appeared, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At the rebuke of the Lord, at the blast of the breath of his wrath. Unless you build on that rock and that fortress, then your life is fragile, ultimately. Right, how many minutes you're now? 25. What do you reckon? Do one more? End of the time limit, 14 minutes is up, but I feel like a few reps will be alright. I might not do 6, I'll see how it feels. Maybe 4, but if 6 feels good, I'll do 6. Right, last set for the day. Don't be strapped. Skin's looking alright. It's not too heavy. That's the nice thing about using a lighter load, standing on this wooden block and taking my quads out of it a bit by doing it stiff legged. Just the overall fatigue on the whole system from a lighter load is useful. So if I do these normal deadlifts, I can do about 250, 255 for 5 off the blocks with a normal deadlift for 1 heavy set. So this is just getting a little bit of work to add to my total weekly volume. Then I've got the heavy deadlift day in a few days' time. Right, let's go. Maybe 6, see how it feels. Actually 5. Fifth one was good enough. I could have lifted the 6th one, but didn't need to. It's fine. Got good enough stimulus in. And then tomorrow, do some upper body work. Next day, got heavy squats. So there's no need to pretend like any one given workout is the be all and end all. It's about the total weekly volume. So I'll get some better sleep hopefully, if the kids don't wake up at night, and then do a good squat session. And next time the heavy deadlifts come around, about 4 or 5 days time, see if I can make a bit of progress on them. But I'll be getting this exact same workout again in about a week. I'll probably get 5 sets then, 5 sets of 6. Do that a couple of times in a row, then go up and wait. Oh, right, let's do one more song to finish. He reached forth from on high, he grasped me, he drew me out of many waters. He rescued me from my mighty foe and from my enemies who were too strong for me. They attacked me in the day of my misfortune, but the Lord was my support, and he led me forth into an open space. He saved me because he loves me. The Lord dealt with me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands has he rewarded me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not departed from my God by sinning. For I have kept all his ordinances before my eyes, and his statutes I did not set aside. But I stood before him without stain, and kept myself from all fault. So the Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. With the kind thou showest thyself kind, with the perfect thou dost act perfectly. With the pure thou showest thyself pure, but with the perverse thou dealest craftily. For thou dost save and humble people, but haughty eyes thou bringest low. For thou dost light my lamp, O Lord my God, thou dost enlighten my darkness. For through thee I can charge against armed forces, and with the help of my God I can scale a fortress wall. God's way is perfect. The word of the Lord is fire tried. He is a shield for all who take refuge in him. You're going to put your hope in something, so you better put it in something perfect and fire tried.